So what's a cheese lover's favorite TV channel? The Brie Brie C. Welcome to Cheese Friday. These are the jokes, folks, and I'm not sorry. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cheese Friday. I have another black radish special for us today. This is called Bandit Red. It's a young red cheddar. It's red because it is colored with annatto, but I will tell you that this is a raw milk cheddar. So it didn't have pasteurized milk, and it is the milk that they use for this Bandit Red is from Ayrshire cows. Ayrshire cows are a specific breed, and their milk tends to be a little bit of a higher milk fat percentage due to the dietary feed, and also I can't remember why else. There's like a sheaf of facts about Ayrshire cows that are really fascinating, and I'd like to share it with you, but it just exited my brain. I've got Gen Con on the mind. So but let me see here. It does say it's from raw pasture-raised Ayrshire cows, and it mentions the annatto, and then of course milk and rennet, which is typical for cheese. Let me see if I can get into this cheese. Here we go. Maybe. So about this cheese, I will tell you it is a semi-hard cheese that I am struggling with getting into the package this morning. What I'd like to do is get into this and then bring it to the camera and show you so that you can see its brilliant color. Am I being successful with this? Not necessarily. There we go. Get the knife into the package. There we go. Oh, boy, it's really tight. So anyways, because it's a raw milk cheddar and it's young, which means it didn't age very long, it's a smoother, creamier. But because it's the raw milk, it has kind of a tang to it usually. But all right, let me bring this to you so you can see. You can see it in the camera. Look at that gorgeous coloring. It is glorious. So, it smells great. Actually, it smells like a supercharged Colby sort of smell. But like if you took Colby and then amped it up by 10 times, well, just look at that. I'm just going to keep showing it to you because I just think that for cheese, it is beautiful. It's kind of be a weird thing to say about cheese. It's semi-hard, but it is also really meltable, so it'll be nice and creamy if you mix it into your cheese sauces or if you're using it to top foods. In my case this morning, I'm going to chop about half this block up and put it into an omelet. But, so I will tell you, it's a natural rind. The rind is edible, the whole, so the whole 9 yards. Look at that. Look how lovely and easily it slices. So we've done aroma. We've talked about the coloration coming from the annatto. We've talked about the fact that it should have that nice buttermilky kind of tang. It's so smooth, it's so good and creamy. Creamy is the best descriptor I can give it to you. I'll have to say it like 10 times because it is just divine. So, Bandit Red. So, cheese, let's see, we've talked about the color, we talked about its hardness, we talked about its aroma, and I've tasted it. And we've talked about the rind. So, that is everything we do during a cheese review. So I believe we are good on this. Black Radish Company is a local creamery here in Ohio. The people are just absolutely lovely. I go and I see them at the farmers market, but also when I go downtown for conventions, we have a place called the North Market. It's this excellent place to shop. and they've got and eat. They've got lots of fantastic food places there. Um, but they have a kiosk in that in the market, and so I like go there, and we often chat up and talk cheese. Like friends go with me, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go buy some cheese, and they're like, okay, see you in like 5 minutes, and like half an hour later, they're like, what are you doing? Because we're still chatting at the counter. But what can I say? We all love cheese, which makes it a fun topic to talk about. So I'm just gonna enjoy the heck out of this Cheese Friday, and I'm gonna tell you that you should check them out online if you have the opportunity, and see if you can get their cheeses in any of your specialty stores. I have not had anything from Black Radish that I was like, ooh, that one I just don't care for. Everything has been spectacular. So there are a few cheese companies where I feel like that's really the case, but I just, because these are my local people, I really love highlighting them. Also, I have a question to put out to you guys. Uh, I was talking to our friend who owns House Wine that we go to on occasion, and we were talking about YouTube because he does Facebook Lives and talks about his tastings on Thursdays and goes through his wines. And we said, hey, I have a YouTube channel where I talk about cheese on every Friday. Would you like to collaborate sometime and do maybe a nice little live stream, talk about some of the wine pairings with some of these specialty cheeses? And I thought especially if we could get into some of the wines that are very drier, that pair well with these hard cheeses, and are on the lower end of the carbohydrates. Like you don't ever want to drink like a big jammy wine or anything like that. And he said, that sounds great, let's do it. So once the dust settles after MatsuriCon, which, you know, I'm going to Gen Con, and then the following week is MatsuriCon, and then I'm just going to need like a week or so to recover, then we'll get together. And if you guys are interested and you would like to see that, let me know in the comments, because I'll get it all set up. So you have an awesome, and as Carrie likes to share with us, a great and cheesy day. I will talk to you later. Happy Cheese Friday. I'm a liar, all that blather, I'm not done. I have two more things to talk to you about. First of all, don't forget about Keto Palooza coming up in Louisville. You can look up Keto Palooza online and get your tickets. There are still some available. It is stupid humid out, so don't forget your electrolytes and drinking a lot of water. Our awesome super moderator Attila got sick yesterday because he was not properly hydrated, and then didn't eat as well as we could have. So I have my electrolytes right here, and this is my shout out for some of you people who are going to Keto Palooza. If any of you got this in your Element subscriptions or as a gift and you don't like it and it's just taking up space, bring it to Keto Palooza and let me have it, please. It's exactly the right size, because I have a variety of water bottles because my bike frame is real small. I have to buy some smaller ones, and then because previously we had tried some larger ones, but they are squeezed into my frame, and this one is a little bit bigger than the small ones and shorter than the really tall ones, so they really fit nicely on my bike. I'd love to have one more. So that's all. There was probably one more thing, but I forget. Anyways, now I'll be really done. That was just it. I just wanted to remind you guys to hydrate and remind you that you all are lovely people, and I love hearing about your journeys. So leave me some comments and tell me some nice things that you're going through right now. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.